Hi, I'm Nancy Clark.
And I'm Anne-Marie Wallace-Phillips.
We're the Hospice and Bereavement Coordinators with Theo in Oxford, and this is Morning Chats with Anne-Marie and Nancy. Cheers, Anne-Marie.
Cheers, Nancy.
Today we're going to continue on with our Hospice Palliative Care series and discussing the top 10 myths about Hospice Palliative Care. So, resuming with myth number 6.
So myth number 6, pain is part of dying. So pain is not always part of dying. If pain is experienced near end of life, there are many ways it can be alleviated. And it's very important to note that many people, this is one of the greatest fears of people at end of life in discussion, that they are afraid of pain and being in pain. Pain can be controlled and managed through really good palliative care. But once again, this is a myth because not everybody dies with pain.
And it's important just as a reminder that pain and symptom management is the number one priority of hospice palliative care to ensure that people are not suffering at end of life and are not spending their last days in pain.
Absolutely. And I think it's also important to note too, is not only can palliative care relieve physical pain, but also with a good palliative care team, it can also reduce emotional pain as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Number 7 is the idea that taking pain medication in palliative care leads to addiction. Mm-hmm. So this is a very important subject, especially with the opioid crisis that we're facing in Canada right now. Absolutely. However, it's very important to remember that keeping people comfortable and out of pain at end of life often requires increased doses of pain medication.
Yep.
So this is often a result of tolerance to medication as body adjusts and not addiction.
Right.
So for those who are in pain at end of life, it is, again, that highest priority to ensure that their pain is under control. And as their body is nearing end of life, they've reached a tolerance and a level that it doesn't equal addiction.
Right. And then piggybacking to that myth, myth number 8, morphine is administered to hasten death. Appropriate dosages of morphine keeps patient comfortable, but it does not hasten death.
Myth number 9 is the idea that palliative care means my doctor has given up and there is no hope for me. Yeah. So that's a really difficult transition for us as humans to go from the idea of curative, of doing everything possible to ridding our body of a disease, to curing a disease, to accepting that that isn't going to happen, that the disease is eventually going to end our life, and that focusing on palliative care and on comfort is the shift in the priority.
Right.
So palliative care ensures that the best quality of life for those people who have been diagnosed with an advanced illness will happen. So hope becomes less about cure and more about living life as full as possible.
Absolutely. So there still is hope available in palliative care, just the focus of hope and the meaning of hope changes. Yeah, but there's always hope. Yeah. And the last myth we want to debunk is, I've let my family member down because he or she didn't die at home. Sometimes the needs of the patient exceeds what can be provided at home despite all the best efforts. Ensuring that the best care is delivered regardless of settings is not a failure. Many times I've seen, and Nancy and I have talked to family members who are really upset and feel that they have failed their loved one by not allowing the loved one to die at home. Many times, though, when an individual comes to perhaps Sakura House, a residential hospice, or is placed in palliative care in a hospital or long-term care, the shift of relationships can go back. So the shift of being a spouse again, and being a child again can happen. So that is not something that families should dwell on. I'd like to point out too that all these myths are available on a website called virtualhospice.ca. Virtualhospice.ca is a Canadian website filled with resources, links, videos for hospice and palliative care, and also for bereavement. Any of you who need additional support, I strongly encourage you to go to this website. It's one of my to-go websites.
So for more information, definitely visit virtualhospice.ca or contact us by phone or email. Visit voinoxford.ca and of course subscribe to our YouTube channel for all of our previous Morning Chat videos. Thank you.
Thanks for watching.